Shadow Mewtwo and Blaziken are my two main characters in Pokken, so I know this matchup more than any other matchup in the game. This video will focus on the Blaziken perspective, and the next will focus on Shadow Mewtwo's. Alright, get out your notes, let's go. Field phase is really what makes or breaks this matchup. If Blaziken wins field, it gets burst early and can rush Shadow Mewtwo down, and can end the round in under 10 seconds. Shadow Mewtwo has the lowest HP in the game, has a weak shield, and already likely took recoil damage in field phase. If Shadow Mewtwo wins field phase, it either will get burst instantly or have it shortly once Cresselia becomes available. Shadow Mewtwo can either rush down Blaziken because of its long block strings and jump angles that Blaziken has trouble contesting, or it can chip Blaziken's shield from full screen or mid-range with pillars, Shadow Ball, and its normals, then get a shield break. So how does Blaziken win field phase? Well, let me break down the different ways people try. If Blaziken tries to contest Shadow Mewtwo with its own projectiles, it's going to get bodied. Blaziken's projectiles have long startup, low durability, and large whiff animations, and most of them aren't even safe on block anyway. Shadow Mewtwo's projectiles will slice through Blaziken's all day. Running around in field and letting Shadow Mewtwo deal recoil damage to itself sounds good, but it's only effective in the short term. For a while, Blaziken will appear to have the advantage, but Shadow Mewtwo gets the upper hand for a few reasons. First, it gets burst faster when left alone, because every projectile it throws out builds meter, and every move it does that drains HP like Miracle Eye gives it even more meter. Secondly, it's able to control the center of the screen indefinitely and chip away at or break Blaziken's shield at will. And even if it doesn't, once it gets burst and crest, it can just restore all the HP it's lost, set up a trap to break Blaziken's shield, and Blaziken will be at a life disadvantage with not much time left on the clock to approach. So what's the answer? Walk, block, sidestep. If you walk and block by itself, Blaziken will get shield broken or stuck behind side-wide mirrors and pillar 50/50s. By sidestepping, you can make Shadow Mewtwo's moves lose tracking. Sidestepping avoids the tracking of jumping Y, neutral Y, pillar, and usually avoids Shadow Ball. Just don't sidestep without paying attention or you'll get hit by forward Y, the swords, or raw homing attack. Your goal in field is to get into EX Brave Bird or Blaze Kick's range. Shadow Mewtwo doesn't want you there, so you want to walk just into that range to provoke a whiffed forward Y, so you can whiff punish. If Shadow Mewtwo homes at you, you can Blaze Kicks it before it comes out. Remember, if you do Blaze Kicks on block, the opponent can jump before you do another, so wait to see how they react before doing two in a row. But if they block EX Brave Bird, EX Heat Wave, or another move that leaves you +4 or greater, the opponent can't jump out of a follow-up Blaze Kicks, and they can't homing cancel either. So again, walk, block, sidestep. Then check Shadow Mewtwo with EX Brave Bird, forward Y, or Blaze Kicks. And if you see a whiffed forward Y, whiff punish it. Duel phase is really dictated by who won field, so let's start with what Blaziken can do if it loses field phase. The first thing you want to do when transitioning to Duel is air tech forward. If you air tech backwards, you'll have to deal with pillars for longer. Now about pillars, you only have to block 2 reps of pillars before you can forward dash. That is, block pillar expand, then you can dash. The stronger Shadow Mewtwo's will start mixing in Shadow Balls, but you can still make up ground by walking and blocking those. Once you walk close enough, Shadow Mewtwo no longer has enough time to charge a level 2 Shadow Ball to keep you out, so it's going to switch to 2YY, 6X the shoulder, or try to jump. You can check all 3 of these options preemptively with 8X, which beats Shadow Mewtwo's jumps even pretty late, goes over 2YY, and often goes over shoulder. 8X is positive on block, and on hit, your opponent cannot anti-air the air dash follow-up. So the only thing you need to worry about is a panic preemptive counterattack or 8Y. So let's address those. If your opponent is quick to start charging counter, just wait until it's about to release and use 8Y to punish it. You can walk up and grab it too if you're close enough. As for 8Y, you can whiff punish it with blaze kicks. You just have to be fast to make sure the follow-up doesn't come out, but you can counterattack the follow-up if you missed your whiff punish. Closing the gap in footsies range really comes down to seeing how much the opponent flinches when pressured. If they start pressing anti-airs or jumping after one blocked 8X, look to air their jumps and whiff punish 8Y. If they like to go for shoulder, you can walk back or backdash to make that whiff and whiff punish. 2YY loses to 8X or preemptive EX Bravebird. Now let's say you're in control of Duel phase. Say you're the one who won field phase, or you landed an 8X in Duel or got a hard knockdown from a whiff punish. This is what I'm going to need you to do. Listen to me very closely. Get in that ass. The risk reward damage wise is greatly in Blaziken's favor. Just take note of what your opponent is and is not reacting to. If they can't punish blaze kicks on reaction, you have no reason to stop going for 2Y into blaze kicks unless they jump, in which case a preemptive 6Y or jump Y will wall splat them and land you a full combo. If they can't react to EX Bravebird, use normals buffered into that or EX Heatwave. If your opponent can react to all of your EX moves, then check them with some normals like 6Y, 8X, or just go for a walk-up throw. If you're feeling clever, you can go for non-EX Flare Blitz to catch opponents side-striking your blaze kicks on reaction, but definitely keep that in the back pocket most of the time because you'll eat a full combo on block. To summarize, dash after 2-pillar expands, walk and block Shadow Balls, play footsies with preemptive 8X, and always be ready to whiff punish. Once you're in close, find what block strings your opponent can and can't react to, and stick to the ones they aren't punishing. So the long and short of burst mode is whichever character is in it dominates, and whichever character doesn't have it gets bodied. But here are a few tricks to deal with burst Shadow Mewtwo. After blocking 5YY into Miracle Eye, Shadow Mewtwo is +2, so you can 8X to avoid throw, jump, 2YY, or another 5YY. Also, since it's +2, not +4, you actually have enough time to jump, though Shadow Mewtwo can anti-air you if they see you jump. Blaze Kicks is a 13-frame strong attack that crushes lights, even in burst mode, so if Shadow Mewtwo bursts onto your shield, you can immediately Blaze Kicks to crush their standing jab. Other than that, like I said in my Breaksin video, it's all about getting burst and winning the round before Shadow Mewtwo gets its own. Thanks so much for watching the video. Leave a comment or share if you found it helpful. And remember, timestamps to specific points are in the video description. Later.